Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Rispa, Emaculex Interior Designers and Contractors Limited. This is our fourth episode and we are glad to talk about BNI office that we did at Ronda Mall on Kiambu Road. And I wish to say that this project was equally a very unique project because the needs that they wanted, we were able to meet them. And we started by first of all having a meeting with the director. Of course, he had done a meeting with his team and they knew what they wanted. They wanted to shift from their current offices that was somewhere in Westlands, and now they were moving to Kiambu Road, of course, a bigger space. And we met with him, had a sit down for almost 2 hours. That was after we visited the site and we saw how the space was looking like. We put on paper everything that he told us that he wanted to be done in that office. He wanted an open plan office at some point. He wanted a boardroom. He wanted some 2 closed offices. He wanted a director's office, a kitchenette, and a breakout area. The director's office was en suite. And we are glad that after putting that on paper, all that on paper, the client was comfortable. And then we did the 3Ds. 3Ds is a visual impression of how the office is going to look like. We walked the journey with the client from whatever he needed. Actually, our tagline is concept to creation. We normally listen to you as a client. We get to understand what you would want for your space and then put that on paper and give you the very best, or rather deliver to your expectations or way beyond your expectations. One unique thing about this project is that the client was keen on use of glass. He likes glass so much. He wanted glass partitions. So 90% of the partitions were done using glass and aluminium and very little gypsum partitions. Of course, gypsum we used the areas that needed solid walls that were inevitable, and especially maybe the boardroom, the side that needed to be installed, the TV. We had to do reinforcement of that wall so that we'll be able to hold the TV and ensure that it is well done. We ensured that also the kitchen was well done, plus the breakout area. Those ones we did using a gypsum because you really don't want to distract people who are working, seeing what is being cooked in the kitchen or rather being warmed, and people having their time at the breakout area. So we did that as an enclosed space so that to avoid the distractions, it is less distractive to see people what they are doing from the rest of the office. So we were able to give different touches in all the offices as per the client's requirements. We did the director's office, it was en suite. That is, we created a washroom in the office. And you really can't tell there's a washroom there because of how it was done. It was put on a corner that when you get in, you can't really tell. You just see a door. You'll not tell what that is unless someone tells you. The flooring that we did at the director's office, we did carpeting. The same carpeting we did there, we did also at the boardroom. The rest of the office, we did SPC flooring. After that, we did polishing and some very nice cutting. We advise you on the very best skirting that you can use in any of your projects. If it's wooden, if it is the PVC skirting, depending on your needs as a client and also the budget that you have. For the kitchen and the washroom, we did ceramic tiles. Of course, that is a wet area. We wanted to give the very best that can serve the client. So we did ceramic tiling. And we did a lot of, we did some good sealing. The client was particular to use one type of sealing. That was acoustic sealing. And that is exactly what we gave the client. And the areas that we put the gypsum partitions, we did the paintworks and also the masonry wall. We did the paintworks. The existing masonry wall, we did paintworks. We were able to ensure that we did proper branding of the office. From the reception part of it, when you get to that office, you're able to tell you're in a BNI office. So we gave the very best shot on that. We did some proper branding. They also wanted a storage area for they have got a lot of stationery. They keep importing stuff like how do I call them, like the capes, the shirts, the books. They have a lot of things that they keep importing and bringing to use, of course, with the members of BNI. So we were able, it's called merchants, yeah. They have a lot of merchants. So we had to do some good storage for that. We did the cabinetry for that. And the very last thing that I want to talk about is that we want to ensure that the office has internet. Definitely, there's no office you can use today without internet. We ensure that the structured cabling has been well done and the commissioning and everything, so they're able to work. We put the type of lighting that the client wanted. Of course, the 600 by 600, because the ceiling that we input was acoustic ceiling. I wish to thank that client very much because he walked the journey with us and he was very cooperative. He was that the person that you could reach out to and tell him we need to do these changes and these other changes because of 1, 2, 3, and they really cooperated. So with your project, whatever space you have, we can work with that. Just tell us your idea. We put it on paper. We give you that for your approval. And then we give you the 3 days. Of course, we will agree at some point with whatever budget you have. We'll sit down and advise you on what works for you here and there. If you need to do some adjustments, we'll do it. We are glad to say that we are also working for the same client. He's given us another project in Makuyu. We are working on that. And it's a good thing. When a client has given you a project, you finish that project and he still gives you another project, it means that your work was good and you agreed and you delivered. That is why it's comfortable enough to give you another project that is working on. We'll be showing that project very soon in our maybe next episode. We'll be talking about the project we have in Makuyu. It's a residential home and it's looking amazing. By the time you're done, I'm telling you, it's going to be something else. Thank you, viewers, for being with us in this 4th episode. We'd like to kindly request you to like our page, subscribe to our page, please comment and share. Thank you.